What's up, boys? Got the 2023-2024 Brady's Ball Sack season recap here. We're not going to be paying anybody to do any cameos because I'll just do this shit myself. So here's what you got. Let's get to it. It's been a great season. I really appreciate you guys rolling with the punches. But let's talk semifinals. We got Kyle McBride versus Stan Janakowicz, Kyle Torsey versus Hard Dog. Let's look at that first matchup. Dirk Diggler versus Stan, 82.78 points in the semifinals ain't going to get you to the finals. It was nice to see you choke, at least in the semifinals this year, Kyle, rather than choking week 4, week 5 after a great start. I will say that you made some great trades this year, picking up Laporta, picking up Kyron Williams. You made some of the managers in our league look a little dumb, so I'm proud of you on that point. Stan, you put up 104 this week. We'll talk about your team here in the next slide. If you can kind of see here, CMC, Chris Olave, Josh Allen really are the focal point on this week's win. Even Lamar Jackson and Kyron doing a hell of a good job. It didn't really keep up to beat Stan to get into the finals. Next matchup, we have Torsey versus Big Hard Dog. 162 points. Harv, you put up a great week. You should have been in the finals. Unfortunately, you had to play against the Hammer, the Torch, Torsey himself. Even if he didn't play that kicker who put up 22 points, he still would have beat you, man. But hang your head high. You had a great season, great matchup. Hope you continue that momentum on until next year. But looking at T. Higgins, what the hell, man? Out of nowhere, Chase gets hurt. T. Higgins is the guy that's kind of a shot in the foot to Harv, because those points probably should have went to Chase if he was playing. Most importantly, let's get to the finals. That's why we're all here. I want you to keep in mind some of the players Stan had in the semifinals that carried him, that did not carry him this week. CMC got hurt in the first quarter. Olave was non-existent. And the other huge thing we should all keep in mind is this 2 points combined by Chase McLaughlin and the Raiders defense. Last week, Stan played Denver's defense and Tyler Bass. If he would have played those guys this week in the finals, he would have had 18 points combined rather than the 2 points combined, and he lost by 9. That's all I'm going to say. Stan's kind of turning into a choke artist in the finals. That's okay. Usually when you don't put up 100 points in a finals match, you're not going to win. To say that, I put up 93 points and 95 points in both my finals matchups and won this week. So it doesn't really go for everybody on that one. Torsey, what else can I say, buddy? You kicked ass this year. I'm proud of you. I know you finished in last place in our other league, but we won't talk about that. We will talk about Stan also combining for last place in John Badakian's league that he's in. I know he's not talking about that much, but we'll make that very clear. These are the players that kind of really performed for the finals week. James Conner, Travis Etienne really carried Torsey's team this year amongst other players. We'll give a hats off to Stan, though, picking up players like Jaden Reed, Rashee Rice, Zamir White. You had all the right picks. It just, for some reason, your defenses and kicker really fucked you this week. To my point there, we will be voting on if we want to be keeping kickers and defenses for next year. I'm totally fine with getting rid of at least the kicker. Matheny, just fucking have an open mind, and I know you live by the kickers and defenses. Obviously didn't help you out this year, so we could change it up for next year. Next, we got the third place game. Kyle McBride versus Harv Dog. Kyle McBride put up a way different week this week than he did the week prior. 132 points is most likely going to resolve the win. Harv, he still had a great week, put up 104 points. I'm sorry you didn't get that payday of $100. At the beginning of the season, I got a lot of crap for Harvey getting the first pick, which was ultimately Justin Jefferson. And he also had Chase as his keeper. I feel like that was more of a curse than anything at this point. And I'm sorry it didn't work out to the best of your abilities later on in the season. Looking at Kyle's team, he traded for Lamar Jackson. He traded for Kyron Williams. He traded for Sam Laporta. He put together a hell of a team after the draft, and I'm super proud of the GM work he did to get that team. Let's talk about something I'm sure everybody else is really excited to hear about, and that was the Sacco Finals. Fortunately, that was me versus Dave Williams. Dave Williams was on an 8-game losing streak up until this point, which he did beat me. Again, even if it's the finals match, semifinals match, third place, Sacco Finals, if you're not scoring over 100 points, you're most likely not going to win. 82.82 points is going to put my ass in a dress on the first hole. Gladly accept that. I think we could do better pranks or, whatever to the last place finisher. So we'll start thinking of some ways that we're not going to have to put people in dresses, but I will definitely do that. Looking at my team, we're not going to do that actually. This is what, Dave's team put up for the Sacco finals. Cameron Dicker had 21 points. Even if he didn't play that kicker, I still would have got my ass kicked. So not going to harp on this too much. I suck. Even though I did win 2 finals this year, 2 third-place finishes, I'm not complaining too much. But, hey, this is the season final standings. Germ spent $5 this year while I spent $170 on Fab. I thought that was interesting. Germ, you did better than the first few years you've been in the league. 7th place finish. Good for you, buddy. One other thing I want to mention is the most moves made in the league were both by Stan and Nash. I no longer think Stephanie is running I no longer think Stephanie's running Nash's team. I think Stan is running Nash's team because there were some pickups this year that I thought that's a Stan pickup, not a Nash pickup. But everyone needs a big brother. I understand, whatever. We'll move on from that. Let's highlight the fact I finished in last. Dave finished second from last. Unfortunate to see Mike Best here third from last. Wouldn't mind seeing him in second place because we all know I love seeing Kyle Torsey win this shit. I thought that was great. At least both Jordans made it in. Matheny made the playoff run. Thank God he didn't win again because I don't want to hear about that shit ever again. My favorite ask of all you managers to make sure Matheny never wins again. That would be great. But, boys, that's the 2023-2024 season for us. I mean, we got some big plans for next year. We got some things to vote on. I say we get together for the first Lions playoff game for our year-end party, exchange the trophy, all that kind of jazz. Also, keep in mind that we are planning to do that Super League, not next year, but the following year. Ever since I took this league over in 2017, I've gotten couples out of the league. I got us on the Yahoo format, the correct fantasy format. I've brought in keepers. I've brought in the trophy, these recaps. I mean, I haven't steered you guys wrong in the past, so I hope you can continue that confidence in me to put together this Super League, which I think is going to be super fun and super exciting for people. I understand there's problems with it right now, but I hope to put something on paper to make you guys all a little bit more excited about it. But yeah, good season. Really appreciate you guys. Let's keep this rolling. We are the best fantasy football league in the land. Don't forget that. Peace.